Hello everyone and welcome to Explain the Charts. Today, July 16th, 2025, we're going to analyze Apple stock, APL, by examining recent news and detailed candlestick charts. First, let's cover some current events. Apple closed yesterday at $209.11, up slightly. Analysts have a consensus buy rating with an average 12-month price target of $236.71. However, investors are concerned about Apple's AI progress compared to other tech giants. There's also a class action lawsuit filed over alleged misrepresentations of Siri's AI capabilities, which caused a stock dip in March and June of this year. On the positive side, Apple beat Q2 2025 forecasts, and services revenue hit an all-time high. The company is also making moves to diversify its supply chain, including a $500 million deal with MP Materials. Now, let's dive into the chart data, starting with the one-day time frame. Looking at the longer term, we see the stock reached an all-time high of $260.10 on December 25, 2024. This shows strong bullish momentum in the recent past. However, since then we have retraced a lot. We see that in early April there was some low values around $165, followed by a big jump. The long-term support seems to be around $165, so if we ever revisit that low, then there would a good chance of a strong buy sign. As we proceed into the rest of April, the stock price recovered significantly and then stabilized around the low 200s. As we get into early June, we see a jump up to the 215 to 220 range, and then we consolidate lower, and currently we're sitting at $209.11. Now, let's zoom in on the more recent price action on the daily chart. From July 1st, 2024 through today, the general trend looks like a slight upward trajectory, but with a very high volatility in the last few months. Support currently forming around the $205 mark. The recent pullback might be related to the AI concerns or the class action lawsuit mentioned earlier. However, strong revenue numbers and the MP Materials deal could provide a bullish catalyst in the coming weeks. Key price levels to watch are the $205 support and $215 resistance. A break above $215 could signal a retest of previous highs, while a drop below $205 might lead to further downside. It's also important to monitor the upcoming earnings report on July 31st, 2025, as this will likely have a significant impact on the stock price. Let's shift to the 1-hour chart for a more granular view. Looking at July 11th through July 15th, we can see a bit of a consolidation pattern around the 210 to 211 range. The most recent candles is pretty flat near $209. This suggests a short-term lack of clear direction. However, the hourly chart can give us insight about whether to potentially short or long in the short term. If the price breaks above $211 with strong volume, it could indicate a bullish continuation, potentially fueled by positive sentiment surrounding the MP Materials deal or anticipation of strong earnings. Conversely, if the price breaks down below $209 and the support at $205 is tested, a short position might be considered, as the class action lawsuit or AI concerns are more seriously factored in. If $205 breaks, the next supports is far below, near $165. Finally, let's examine the 15-minute chart for the latest developments. Focusing on the last few days, we observe choppiness and volatility. There is no clear trend at this time. As you know, you can always zoom in on particular dates to get better insight in what's going on with smaller time frames. In summary, monitor the $205 and $215 levels on the daily chart. A retest of $236.71 is possible if Apple can beat the current AI concerns. There is a 55% chance it reaches $236.71 if they announce strong AI updates. However, a break below $205 increases the likelihood of further downside towards $165, with a 40% chance of visiting that low if earnings disappoint or the class action gains traction.